Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Maelstrom in his G04 Gundam. We were just talking about the Mega Beam Launcher that this has in the comments for Sunday's video, because Angel of Death 20 Always Sonic got nailed by one of these pretty hard. But someone was saying they thought it was overpowered, and I don't exactly agree. If you could just use it like this beam rifle, like the hyper beam rifle, and move around while you're charging it, and charge it once every 5 seconds or so, I'd say it was overpowered. But there are enough mitigating factors to it that in practice it is not really overpowering. You can fire it once every couple of minutes or so. You have to be stationary for a very long time to charge it. And, of course, you have to line your enemies up, and if you hit their shield, you've hit their shield, and you do no damage to them. As much damage as it does, you probably blow the shield, but they still haven't taken any damage at that point. So, yeah, my personal belief is that in the full context of its use, it is not overpowered. So that's me. Oh, somebody behind Maelstrom. Looks like they're using an Astray red frame kind of color scheme there, which looks very nice. I don't know if that was the intent, but it sure is what it looks like. Let's see, and that's a Blue Destiny 2, I believe. Let's see, Gelgood Cannon managed to get it stopped after the stun, and Mail finished it off. Good shot there. Backed off to use the beam spot gun a little bit. Unfortunately, the cannon is got, but that Gundam is not going to survive the experience. There we go. 6 minutes to go, and there's a slim lead, 600 points, not terrible at all. The Mega Beam Launcher, as you can see, is finally recharged. It is, now is the question of where to fire it and when. That's, again, it's a difficult one just because, you have to find a place where you're not going to get stunned out of it, and you're not going to, miss. That's the other thing, of course, I forgot to mention in the mitigating factors, which is if you get stunned, you lose your charge. So, yeah, there are a lot of ways that there are a lot of things to get past before you can actually make good use of that rifle. So, yeah, it's balanced in the long run, I think. It sure feels unbalanced when you take 13,000 damage at a hit, as I have done from time to time, but overall, it's not really that game-breaking. It is neat, though. Okay, 4,200, and that is just from the Hyper Beam Rifle. That's the thing about the G04 in general, though, is its standard beam rifle is plenty strong. You can never touch that Mega Beam Launcher and still have a great round with G04. It's in terms of its other capabilities, it is a high-end standardish Gundam, but that's still obviously very good. Charge is almost there. It is ready, and beams. The piercing took, because yes, it does have piercing. And so yeah, he killed one mobile suit and very nearly killed a second. Got a good shot in on that Rick DS, which pulled in front of the one person he nearly killed before. And the one thing about the Hyper Beam Rifle, the standard beam rifle, good job shooting around the teammate there, really nice. But the one thing about the standard beam rifle it carries, the Hyper Beam Rifle, is it overheats a lot faster than the Gundam's beam rifle, or matter of fact, a lot of other beam rifles do. If you fire it twice in a row without waiting long enough, you will overheat it. Because, yeah, as you can see, it has a pretty long build-up back to fully cooled from a single charge shot. That is its balancing, and it's decently balanced again for the amount of damage it does. So, I'll put it this way: it's one of those things where if the G4 was unbalanced, you would never see anybody playing anything else, and I see plenty of people playing plenty of other things. Let's see, didn't quite get that melee swing. Probably wise not to follow up with a second, though, because that Rick DS probably would have tackled. Let's see, somebody else got that kill. They've got a really ridiculously good lead here with 3 minutes left, 9,200 to 3,700. And leg shot on that Rick DS, I think, which, yeah, every instinct, after playing this game for so long, every instinct tells you go for the legs, because that's usually, you can do as much damage there as you do anywhere else, and you can hopefully disable the enemy mobile suit. With the Rick DS, it has 15% damage reduction on the legs, so you are doing significantly less damage if you're aiming for the legs on those. So center mass might be the best way to go if you are using the Rick DS, or fighting a Rick DS rather. So here's the thing: they've got a bomb at their base, but they have so much of a lead that even if it goes off after the 2-minute mark, it is not probably going to cost them the lead. It's possible it might get the enemy team caught up, but beams, very short range, no. I was really expecting that to be a short range beam shot. Oh well, that Gambit did fail, unfortunately. He's got no legs, he's got no health, there's nothing he can really do but just pile damage until he drops. So, but he managed to pile a lot of it, and that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, points to the enemy team for, getting up close enough on Maelstrom's team's score that the destruction of the base will probably bring them even up or put them over. Just a tiny bit over. Now, if they can, I hate to say it, but if the enemy team can coordinate a little better than Maelstrom's team is doing right now, they may have it. Because, as you can see, his team's pretty well spread out. That's kind of difficult. But the good news is they are all low on health. He is in something that can do heavy damage in a very short period of time, and they are trying to come up on him. So he's got the recipe for a comeback here. Got an assist on something. It was not anything over his head. There's another kill. Yeah, comeback made. They've got a 300-point lead, which not a lot, but there's more time. Somebody fell over. Their legs must have been damaged, so yeah, that's another kill. Yeah, so they've got almost a 1,000-point lead again. You can come back over here. Luckily, the enemy team was not any more together, any more coordinated than Males was. He did the perfect stun into Beam Saber. More leg shots, because the Gelgug cannon, I believe, a lot of the Gelgugs have a lower level of that damage reduction skill. But again, when it's not 15%, it's not as severe, and again, if you can just knock their legs out from under them, you can finish them off at your leisure. So yeah, it is worth doing the leg damage a lot of times. But yeah, they've got their lead back. It's a narrow one, but that Gelgug cannon's going to broaden it in a second. Didn't quite... that was a hair's breadth there, because I was pretty sure that should have connected. Somebody got the Gelgug cannon. A little bit of slowdown here. There's so much exploding and such going on. And that is the end of the round. Nice one. And yeah, the G04 is fun to use. That cannon is a lot of fun when you can line up a good shot, and it works very well without it too. So, really nice round. And I'm amazed Maelstrom didn't place anywhere. What is that? Is that a Mudrock that was their top? Because, man, beat Maelstrom out on damage. He did 118,000, 7 kills and 1 death. Really good all around. But that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! So the trip to see Star Wars that I mentioned previously got delayed because Jay got sick, so I'm going to do it on that Monday, which is, in the previous year by the time you hear this, but hoping I'll like it. We will see.